Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Nature's Beauty. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. I want to start off today's episode by doing a little bit of stuff with Pam's Harvest Craft. So we're going to get rid of all of these beets, and we're going to turn this little farm here into... Wow, I move real slow. There we go. We're going to turn this little farm into essentially a farm for Pam's stuff. This will all be Pam's Harvest Craft stuff, and maybe... I think we can probably leave the farm as it is, like, appearance-wise. Maybe we'll change it a little bit, but I think for the most part I'm fine with it. So, let's go take a look at some of the Pam's stuff that we have. First of all, we need... Where are my seeds? Over here. You, and you go in there. I've already got a thing for wheat, and the beetroot, I just really don't care. Okay, so let's see here. We have pickles, beans, pineapple, leeks, tomatoes. Let's see. If we look at... what I'm really interested in, to be honest, is bait. I want to be able to make bait, because if you put that in a ground trap, you can get a variety of different stuff. You can get different types of meat. You can get leather, which is actually something that I want to get a fair amount of. You can get bone, all sorts of different stuff. I don't think it really makes all that much of a difference what types of stuff we go for. So let's maybe just grab a couple different things. We'll do like beans... spice leaves, tomatoes. We have 4 sections over there, so we'll do, and then maybe cotton actually could be pretty useful. It's not really a vegetable, but you can use it to make string. Cotton candy. I mean, really, it's used to make string, which ultimately can be used to make wool. So that might actually be a pretty good idea. Yeah, let's grow some cotton. Okay, and then we need bone meal. I'm going to need more bone meal than that. Wow, I'm actually super low on bones. Don't I have a bunch of bone blocks? Yeah, here we go. Let's grab these as well. And then I think... Oh, and you know what? I have no food on me. I should probably fix that. Did a tiny bit of work between episodes. I cleaned this hallway up and... put a ceiling in here and all that kind of stuff. Nothing to write home about, per se. But anyway, let's go grow some stuff here. We'll just take it outside, and we'll basically be able to turn all of these into seeds. Like so. And then we can just plant them. And we should be able to just bone meal them. So if I go like that... And we can bone meal them, turn them into more seeds. And you kind of get the idea here. So let's just make a little bit more bone meal. And this is probably the fastest way to do it, honestly. It's just bone meal one plant repeatedly. There we go. So there we'll grow tomatoes. Over here, we'll grow some beans. I don't know if this is gonna be enough. Just enough. Oh, wait. Here we go. 2 more bean seeds. Boop, boop. And then we'll do spice leaf. A little bit more bone meal, please. There we go. Looking good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 10 spice leaf seeds. Grow those, and then last but not least, we have cotton, which we will grow over here. And, There we go. All right, so we are now growing all of this various stuff. And we can use this for various things. Eventually, we're going to want to make ground traps right here from Pam's. They're not too hard to make. String, sticks, whatever. And then we want to use those along with bait of some sort or another. We'll probably go veggie bait, I'm imagining, which is 3 string and some peas to make bait. And then that will ultimately make us these traps that we can use to get various different resources, pretty much just passively. They'll just kind of work on their own, and we just have to pop by every now and again to actually collect them. So that should be pretty good. Eventually, I want to get into Pam's a bit more and kind of get into some more sort of complicated stuff with Pam's. I also realized that I put that in a spot that I didn't want to put that. We want to have it here with the rest of the bones. There we go. But what I primarily want to do in today's episode is I want to build an additional building, house, structure thing in the village. That's kind of my primary goal. So let's kind of think about a couple of things here. Sleep? Is it not? I guess it's not night. Okay. Well, what I want to do is I want to build it over here. And I'm thinking, let's start by just kind of laying a little something out. So let's maybe go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go like here. And then I'm thinking we'll maybe bring this like so. Do I like that? I don't think I like that. Let's change this up a little bit. I kind of have this vision of like a house that has sort of like a raised deck that kind of hangs over. So maybe we'll go like here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This actually needs to be a little bit bigger. We'll go like there, I think. So it'll have kind of this like L shape, right? And then there'll be, yeah, I actually don't really like the way that that fills the space. Let's go sleep real quick. Do. And sleep. Okay. Let's try this again. Yeah, I don't really like the way that this is kind of working here from like a shape perspective. So we'll change it up. That's the beautiful thing about building in Minecraft is you can always change it if you don't like it. And then on top of that, this is why you lay out kind of at least a basic outline sort of thing first, so that if you do decide you want to change it, you're not really missing out on much. So let's go like 1, 2, 3. And our deck will be like roughly here, I think. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I suppose we could go like that. This will be the raised bit kind of over here, right? And then maybe you go like that, and then that leaves room over here for another house or some sort of structure, which I think is good. And these are what, 3 high? Yeah. Although, you know what? Yeah, let's just stick with the regular spruce here. And actually, what am I doing? This is modded, self. You have a builder's wand to make this easy. There we go. And we'll go one more, because that's where the roof itself is going to go. And then we need to kind of figure out, some of the other stuff. So, first of all, let's go kind of get some of these roof blocks and see if we can sort of make that work for us. I know I've got a couple of them in here. We got a little more slate. Honestly, I'm going to have to just smelt up. That's literally all of my slate. Okay, well, hopefully this will last us a bit. Let's toss some in there, and we'll toss a stack in here. We'll do it that way. That'll give us 2 stacks of slate. And then I think we want to go oak. Some oak slabs. Let's grab a little bit of oak logs. And I think I've got fences somewhere. Yeah, here we go. So let's kind of do a little bit of designing here. So as I said, I want to have kind of this raised like deck coming up right here. So let's go like 1, 2. We want this probably to be our floor height up there. So let's go there. And then I think we're going to need a little bit of chisels and bits. Because what I ultimately want to have up here is sort of this, making it look like it's going up into the thing. So what we can do, grab our chisel, grab our bit bag, and we can go drawn region, and we can start right here and go to there. And then we can just sort of repeat that. And you can see how we're kind of taking away this. Ooh, that's kind of a weird one. Right there. Here. And there. There we go. Doesn't that look nice? I think that looks pretty nice. So now we have sort of this support coming up, but it's done in such a way that the fence and the slab sort of blend together. I think that'll look pretty good. Okay, so we've got kind of a first floor here and then a second floor, and we need to figure out where our actual door is going to be as well. I'm thinking like right. Actually, let's maybe put it door right here. This will be sort of the entrance into the house. And then we need you. So I need a fair amount of... There we go. Give me some oak slabs. We'll put that up here. And then we should just be able to kind of chisel all that over. Looking good. I do want a actual floor in here as well. Probably, again, out of oak. I generally like to have ceilings and floors be the same texture. Not always, but I think generally that's kind of the way to go if you want it to look relatively nice. Do I have any torches? I do not. Okay. We'll have to deal with that momentarily. Let's just kind of get all this in, and then we can kind of punch out a window here and here. Let a little light in. Same there. Maybe we do another one here, here, and here. And maybe one there. That should do. So that'll be kind of our little like house type thing. I think that'll work. And we'll probably end up making these windows too tall now that I'm kind of looking at it, because we're going to have a second story on here, a second floor. And if that's going to be the case, we probably want these raised a little bit. This does not look good. Let's not put that right here. Let's actually put it... We'll just go without a window on that one, I think. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Okay, excellent. So, now I need a way up. So temporarily, let's just build a little staircase so we can get up here properly. We want... I didn't think of that. You know what? It's fine. It's okay. If one of these is not, like, proper, it's okay. We'll just kind of go here, like so. And then we probably want to go boop, boop, and boop. And one more. That's real tall, though. We also need a way up here, other than just this doorway. Yeah, that's way too tall. That stands out like way too much. Okay. Let's think about this a little bit. So if we want this to be a door. Let me do a little bit of stuff here, guys. Let me see if I can figure something out. I'll be back with you in just a minute. All right, guys, I am back. I think I have a little bit of a different type of solution. So we're going to go and get rid of that. And then we're going to go chiseled spruce, plain. And we'll put that here. And then we'll make a couple of spruce slabs. So what I'm thinking here is that we'll actually make this like part of the house. So it kind of extends over a bit. Although now that I'm kind of looking at that, I don't know if because the house, if we do that, the house is essentially a square, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. Well, that is not really gonna work either. You know what? Maybe we just scrap the whole idea and we just build more of a regular house. I was thinking that this could be like a little patio area instead, so it would be like a covered thing to kind of cover this up, but I'm not really digging that either. So I think what we'll do instead is we'll just build something that's a little bit more traditional. I think if we're going to do something with like a balcony, it needs to be a lot taller. Or like the building itself needs to be a lot bigger. This looked exorbitantly tall simply because it's not a very big house. So like it looked really out of place and I wasn't really a fan. So now it's just a matter of getting a roof on this and getting some windows and stuff in, and then we get to do a little bit of detail work. Let me get to work. I'll be back in a sec. All right, guys, I am back. I'm just working a little bit here on the roof of this thing. I'm almost finished kind of laying out the framework for it. And, you know, we're getting there. Now, it's going to be a little bit weird. There's kind of there's one spot specifically that's going to end up looking a little bit funky, but that's okay. There we go. Let's go and sleep real quick, and then I'll kind of show you the spot that I'm talking about. Here we go. Let's sleep. Okay, cool. So, yeah, basically what I've done here, we've got kind of a cross-section roof, which is, you know, totally fine. But then it raises here and here. So essentially we've got like two triangular sections that kind of go and intersect like this, right? And this is one triangular raised portion and this is one triangular raised portion, except it's an L shape. So in other words, we have a triangle here and it also has that same on this side, and then here and on that side over there. And that leaves us with this one spot right here. That's going to be a little weird. So we have a couple ways we could do this. We could do that. We could do, you know, what we just had a second ago. You know, if this was vanilla, I would just put a slab here and it would totally look fine, but it's not vanilla. So I think let's go like this. I think this is our best option. This bit kind of sticks out just a little bit, and I think that is okay. Although we could actually make it a little bit better by doing this instead, I think. Because then it matches up a little bit better, and it almost looks like this is kind of one big dormer instead, which I think is, fine. I think that's okay. And then I've got some space knocked out for windows and all that kind of stuff. One thing I will say, as I'm kind of working with these slate roofs from Too Many Roofs, I really wish that they had a slate roof full block. And what I mean by that is, if we look at the mod, right? Oh, that's from Rustic. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. They do? But no, this is from Rustic. I wonder how that matches up, though. Because what I'm thinking, this slate, these full blocks, this texture and this texture are not the same. So if you wanted to do kind of a roof of a different shape, right? Like sometimes you want to do a roof that's a little bit more angled, you would say. So like, bring it up at an angle like this, right? And then it would go down and so on. So sometimes you want that like higher elevated roof. You can't really do that with Too Many Roofs, but I'm kind of looking at this slate, and I'm from Rustic, which is an entirely different mod, but it really kind of looks like the slate roof texture here. Is that, I don't have, oh no, that's basalt. That's, yeah, this is what we need right here. Let's just see. Do these match up? No, they don't. I thought maybe, just maybe, we would get lucky. But it might be close enough that we could make it work. If we wanted to do something like that. Nah, this is darker, like noticeably so. Yeah. So basically, if you're going to use the roofs from Too Many Roofs, you are kind of put into a position where you really can't, like, do a whole lot as far as differing roof shapes. You basically have to go at, like, a regular old 45-degree angle, and that's about it. Not that that's necessarily the end of the world or anything, but it is something to kind of consider when you're thinking about if you want to use this mod or not. Just put a couple of windows in here, and then I kind of want this one to be sort of like a large kind of picture window. Yeah, that'll do fairly nicely. And then I think for a door, let's go with maybe just a nice, simple oak door. Just right there. Fairly nice. Decent little house. We still need the bit on top. This kind of top part up here, we need to make these. So let's see if I remember this recipe off the top of my head without looking it up. Aha! I knew it was something like that. Half a stack should be enough for the time being. And we'll just go like so. There we go. So we've got, a fairly simple little house. I think it works. It doesn't quite meet the vision that I initially had. I think I also would like this one better if you were a full block and you were a stair. There we go. It doesn't quite meet the initial idea that I had, but it works. It's simple. It's nice enough. It's got a lot of spruce, but that might be okay. I think that's fine. Ultimately, I want to have probably starting with the next house that we build in the village. I want to start using some other types of wood. But spruce house here, spruce house here. Right now, I'm using a lot of spruce because it's what I have. If I'm being honest. I don't have a lot of other types of wood. We do have a fair amount of birch over here, though, and we did find some oak and stuff previously, and we've got some of the other modded woods and stuff like that, but spruce is by far the easiest one to get in large quantities, and that's kind of why I'm using so much spruce right now, but that will change soon enough. Unfortunately, though, guys, I am out of time for this episode, so I think I need to call this one here. My friends, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check those out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.